Hello, everybody. It's night now. As you can tell, I'm running the Lakewood. It's kind of a nice night in here, but it seems like the massey has gotten really dirty, and it is time for it to get serviced again. And yes, I took apart that box fan again. So, let's see what we got here. I'm going to just attempt to take this fan apart and try to clean it to the best of me ability. I don't know what in the heck these are, but they're on here, maybe for noise isolation. I'll try to see if I can get something rubber to put on here. But the reason why it came in is because that got caught in the motor. So let's attempt to take this apart. And I forgot to put a Drama Club tag on it. It's been a long time since we used this thing at Drama Club. Just for a test, let's see if it works. I don't believe it does, but I have faith in it because this fan has always been really reliable. Plug it in. Don't think we tripped the thermal fuse. Just go, let's start with flow speed. And it still runs. This fan has always been very reliable. That's high speed. You can still buy the mainstays equivalents. They're actually just the same thing. These are really cheap piece of junk fans, but they should be pretty reliable. This one in particular is a little bit noisy because it has some rough bearings. I love these little 9-inch box fans. It definitely needs oil. So I'll get back to you when I take this thing apart. So what I'm just going to do when I take this apart is just pull out this knob. I'll set this knob in a safe place. I'll just do that. And then on the back we'll have several screws. I don't believe I put all of these screws in here. So all we're just going to do is put a screwdriver in there and loosen them. There's a screw here, a screw there, 2 screws here, and another 2 screws over on this side. So I just finished taking out all 6 of the screws, so now I can just turn the fan over, lift the front cover off, and this thing can be cleansed. As you can tell, I'll try to see what in the heck this is. I have some of this here. It's like a blue cotton. And yes, those are fan parts in the trash. I may have murdered some fans. I'm a little sad to say that, but I have. And I all started when I dropped my cool horn clip fan. I never meant to bust the blade on my cool horn, but things happen. But the more fans I get rid of, the more fans I can get. I'll just try to remove it. I think I finally found out how. Let's get the blade off. To get the blade off, I just put a hand here and another hand here. I can probably do it with one hand. Now I can't. Well, we'll get back after I get the blade off. I just ran the string underneath here so it won't get caught in the blade. I can't get the blade off, so let's do it this way. Yep, that's the rest of it. So now let's try to get the blade off. All of this in here is going to get wiped down. After plenty of significant force later, the blade has been freed from the fan. All of this stuff will be taken to the restroom area, and I will rinse it out accordingly. What I'm going to do next is remove the motor and somewhat of the electronics. This cord here is being held in place with these stupid things instead of real wire nuts. There's like clamp-on things. Last time I cleaned this fan, I just did like a simple wipe, but what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to try to cut those, replace those with real wire nuts, which are these. They don't just push right into the switch. I can just remove that from the switch to get the cord out. That's simple, and I have to undo a knot. So we'll get back shortly. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to remove the motor. There's a date on the motor that I believe I wrote down of the last time when this fan was serviced. I believe it's been little less than a year since this fan was last serviced. So let's see what the date is. Last time it was serviced was February 18th of 2019. It was 1 year ago. It was the last time I serviced this fan. It's right when I changed my username to EricFreeze19. So we're just going to remove those, and the switch is being held in by 2 screws here, and there's a strainer leaf on the cord that's being held in with those other 2 screws. Just undid the knot and the strainer leaf and the switch. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this wire right here right out from the switch focus. This wire's just going to pull right out of here. I'm going to cut this bad boy off because this thing is annoying. So, get my handy teal scissors. Cut that. I'm going to re-strip these leads when I get my wire strippers, which are in here and I don't feel like getting them out right now. And then this right here is just going to pull right out of the switch, which I'll work on shortly. So the electrical cord has been removed. So there's the end of it there. We're just going to fish this through the frame. Let's try to see if I can get that out here. Yep. So the electrical cord will just go over here for now. We're just sitting there. The motor is going to go over here where I'll take apart the motor and work on it. Mix the liquid and the ocean air. So this and the blade and the knob here, all of these are going to the restroom where we will come back after this intermission, where we'll start to attempt to clean all this crap. So we've made it into our restroom. I'll turn off the sink. Fill the sink with hot water, and we're just gonna soak some stuff in here. Get some of this stuff just kind of somewhat clean. Get that stupid, unreplaceable wire nut jazz that I don't like. But then I'll get this blade kind of rinsed off a bit. Yeah. It'd be a shame if I just dropped my cell phone in here because it's closest thing to a real camera that I have. So I'm going to be back after cleaning up most of this stuff, which is almost finished. Looks like we're making some progress. So we just finished our first rinse, as you can tell. Yeah, that was some pretty darn nasty stuff. So I'm just going to rinse the sink a few times and try to get a lot of this stuff cleaned. If you're wondering where all the fan parts are, they're in the shower right now drying. Eventually they're going to be cut. They're going to go back into the room where I'll dry them in front of the beam for a bit, and then we'll wipe them down with a towel. Now that a lot of this stuff has been cleaned, what we're going to do is we're just going to soak this stuff in for another rinse, especially this front grill, which is nasty. Like just really get clean. Get a lot of hot water in there. And we'll get those two things in my bin of assorted stuff needs to be cleaned.